Hey YouTube, what's up again? This is the Reluctant Navi back for part two of the triple threat. Um, Child support, theft, and vanity. All right, so this is part two. Now, I put theft that these black women are committing. They are stealing your children and your money and your life. We can say that. All right, these women, more black women that these Black Lives Matter women here have put black men in jail in recent history than white and black women, black police officers combined when we talk about unjust incarceration. All right. And the main form of that unjust incarceration is child support. And we'll get to that later. But they have they steal or they commit theft of the lives of a black man and children to black men. And to heterosexual black men, they steal their health. You understand? They take what they get from Pookie and Ray Ray and bring it to the good black men. Except Pookie and Ray Ray, they dealing on both sides of the fence to get their come up money. And because they've been in and out of prison so much that ain't no difference between getting it from a dude or a female. Now, this ain't all of them. As a matter of fact, a lot of men come out, um, a lot of black men come out. Some change people, but I mean, it has to do with the age too. It has to do with the mentality when they went in, right? If you notice these, if you notice a lot of these brothers that are being freed after years and years of being in prison, they went in as straight men, they came out gay. Y'all didn't notice that? Google um, recently released falsely accused black men, and then do the background story of how they were when they went in and what they look like now. All right, in the middle, you see the dark blue. All right, you see two graphs in the middle. You see HIV infections among women and girls. You see the Latino, other, white women, black women, 64%. Okay? Now, when you go and the Latina, 15%, white people, 18%. When you go look at the US female population, black women account for 64%, but they're only 13% of the female population. Can y'all feel me? They will steal a good man's health. Oh, they're after them dollars too. All right. But you have most black women. If you look at the gold graph, that's the amount of abortions since 73, and I think this was as of 2012 or something like this. What I want you to pay attention to is that big long gold line, that abortion. Notice how if you combine all the rest of that stuff that's killing us, it's still almost twice as much. Abortions are almost twice as much as everything else that kills us. So these are children, right? They stolen your child, black man. Not only this, they stolen your community. They have stolen your strength. There is strength in numbers, and they use these sorry black women to dwindle the numbers. They're dwindling the numbers in a bunch of ways. As I pointed out, coming from out of these women's own mouth, that the Black Lives Matter movement was all about putting the LGBT in the black community. What does that do? Nobody's having sex, meaning nobody's making any children. All right. Or the only children being made are ones that these women are going to corrupt. Everybody stealing the man's legacy. Why do they do this? If you look to the big red circle on the right, 98% personal choice or unwanted convenience. 0.3% rape or incest. 1.7% health of the mother. 98% personal choice, unwanted or inconvenience. This is how they're stealing their children. Oh, but they're using these laws too. So here's the next warning for black men. Black man, never, never let a black woman stay with you, period, that is not your mate. All right, if you're hitting it, all right, that's one thing. But there's no such a thing as, oh, that's my female friend. Black women don't see you as no friend. When she say friend, she look at you as somebody she can use. Black man. All right. This dude, Don Soul, he had a good comment, but he keep trying to do that Christian crap and already disprove Christianity to be a lie outright. And Donzel Mitchell, a lot of things you say, they're good, but dude, you need to research what you believe instead of believing in something because your ancestors, that were whipped by white people taught you what the white people told them to teach you. All right, there's no Jesus. Oh, I know a bunch of people's heart just fell out of their chest. One, there was no name Jesus, so research the name. And if it's a fake name, a name that could not be because there was no J before 500 years ago, and that's proven in the English language. So there was nobody named J anything. All right, so don't come to my channel, oh, I believe in Jesus. Then you believe in a lie. Even that, if you call me by a name that I'm not going to answer you. All right. Kunta Kinte, we know about him, even though the white people tried to change his name to Toby. We know about him because Kunta Kinte was his real name in Africa. He was an African. He was a Mandingo. All right. So get some understanding before you come to me with that bull. Because I'll shoot you down with it with facts, not the way I feel. All right. With the commandments. Yeah, I'll shoot that mess down. I do believe in the commandments. And nobody can, because we all have them in our heart, so they must be divine. We don't need symbols or anything else to tell us that the commandments, what's right and wrong in the commandments is right and wrong. No symbols, no Star of David, no crosses and stuff. That's written in the heart of people that want to be good. Okay? But on this, he makes a great and valid point, and that's why, again, a part of theft. That's why this is here. All right. He said, I heard a lot of what you said. How a woman will be very treacherous towards a man. I've had a lot of my stuff stolen from Shady, now called. Oh, from Shady, now called. One has intelligence, i.e., LPN. She got mad because I told her buddy that she told me when she had come to my house was looking to visit. I looked through the peephole and she not her. She said with an ugly reply, "What?" Okay, I don't understand it. I repeat it. I'm reading this is because this is what he wrote. All right, so this is a quote. Then I said, "What the former LPN had told me about her. Also told her subtly, but she was able to hear. I don't want you coming around with. I described what I was told. Later, she came back when I was at work and told my female roommate what I said. I come home, open the door. She stole a lot of my stuff. I called the cops, and two came, one male, one female, one male and female. I showed them and told them what happened. The male cop said she could have trashed the place. The female cop said, "Do you want to press charges?" I solemnly said, "Yes." Now, get this. The female said, "Even if you don't get your stuff back," what the heck is that? Cop gave the text to the cops gave the case to detectives. They found her. Get this. Detectives say, "We can't do anything. She knows the system." I don't understand that part, he added. I don't understand that part, he added. You don't have any receipts? Okay. Let me school you brothers on this. This is why I put the story up here. Um, and this go out to you, Don Mitchell. Right. I had a situation where I had a squad under me. I was in kind of like a field unit kind of platoon for medical personnel, right? And so I had a squad under me, and I had a soldier female that was in my squad. Um, um, Way back when I had a lady friend, and we had basically split up, kind of, but we kind of kept in touch because we was kind of attracted to each other still, and there was a chance we would might get back together, or whatever, right? So the female person, um, and me and my lady friend, uh, we were still kind of, like I said, dabbling, but she just didn't stay at my apartment um anymore. She was stayed at her own apartment, and so because we still talked and stuff, um she come up to hang out, right? So the soldier, she was a female soldier, and I let her come and stay on my couch for that weekend because she was up here for the weekend because of some trouble she got into, and she drank a lot, and so she didn't need to be drunk, and basically so kind of kept her under my eye, and we would go to formations and stuff like that. Plus she needed a ride, right? So we would go to formations, and she met my lady friend at the time. And what happened was, while I was gone, either her or my then lady friend, I hate to say girlfriend because she wasn't a girl, right? But she they decided to take stuff out of my house, take my stuff down to my lady friend's house, right? I come back, all my stuff was gone. I called the police and said my stuff was stolen. Now, here's the surprise. And this soldier got into some serious trouble behind this. All right. They asked me what happened. I told them that the I had a soldier, she was staying in my house and she slept there overnight, and then they told me that because she was in my house in this state, it was Texas. in the state that I was in, where I was in the service, they told me that because she was in my house overnight, I would need receipts because now I would have to prove that the stuff was mine and not hers. Now, fortunately for me, all right, because she's at next formation, I asked what happened, and she wasn't staying at my house anymore. Now she's staying with my ex lady friend, right? And so, fortunately for me, I knew where all my stuff went. And so I was able to go back over my ex's house and threaten her to call the cops over to her house, right? Because she had her brother there who, let's just say, he didn't need the cops to be coming there searching the house, all right? And so basically, I was able to get my stuff back, all of my stuff back, and take it back to my house. Now, what's the moral of this story? I should have left her behind, stay out in the street, soldier or not. The other moral, y'all need to check those state laws because women are shady and they will steal your stuff. This is not the first time that stuff was stolen from me by a black woman. So I stopped helping them. I won't let a black woman stay in my house unless it's a really, really, really close friend. Like that soldier wasn't a close friend. That was just somebody in my unit, in my squad. I was in charge, and so I needed to do something. And so that's what I did. I didn't think that they would take a part in stealing my stuff, right? Won't do it again. You understand? It's lessons that we have to learn when dealing with these sisters. Now, it's another one, it's another thing. I had a bunch of sisters that came over to my our house. And they chilled with me and the girls while they were here for a program. All right, but these are quote unquote God-fearing sisters, right? It was like a church function and stuff. And they all stayed over my house. I could trust them is because they had a lot of older women, God-fearing women that you just don't still mess people up. And like these sisters like cleaned the house and stuff better than I cleaned it myself. You know what I mean? And so they looked after things and all right, and stuff was straight. All right, so understand there is a difference. All right, but these street sisters, these sisters that have problems, these sisters that have issues, they have issues for a reason. All right, understand that. Now, let's get into the child support.
When you get divorced, there are two types of support payments. One of them is called child support. Calculating child support is based not only on the difference in income, but also on who gets the most time with the kids.
Are you going to have your kid 86% of the time, like in a sole custody situation, or only 50% of the time as in a shared custody situation? There's a lot of money at stake for both the high earner and the lesser earner.
But let's say time goes by and you don't make as much money as you used to, or you want to spend more time with your kids.
It's very difficult to get child support modified downward. And if you live in a major city, the wages are high, the cost of living is high, and the person who gets primary custody of the kids will realize, hey, I can move out of the city, my expenses will be far less, but I'll still keep getting that high child support amount based on the parent who's left behind in the major city. And time and again, very often, the parent who's left behind in the major city, they'll go to the court and say, hey, look, I love my child, I want to be with my child, I'm going to give up my good paying job in the city to go move to this small town so I can be with my child more. And all I want you to do, Your Honor, is just respect the fact that, of course, I can't make as much income living in this little town as I could living in Los Angeles or San Francisco or a major city. And the vast majority of the time, the judge will say, tough luck.
Well, it's difficult to adjust to somebody who wants to, who for years has maintained this level of earning based on the commitment of time, to now say, well, I'm going to diminish my hours so I can spend more time with this child.
If he really and truly wanted to spend more time with the child, is very admirable. But is he taking a pay cut that makes this unrealistic?
These people end up racking up a big child support debt. A lot of states have interest on the debt. Sometimes that interest is as high as 10 or 12%. And the person ends up saddled with a debt that they can no longer pay. People are being put in jail for not having the ability to pay their child support.
To learn more shocking truths, see Divorce Corp the movie, coming to theaters this January. What do you think about divorce? Like, subscribe, and comment below. Join the movement and help reform the family.
All right, final thoughts. Y'all understand what's going on? All right, theft. There's a bunch of ways that black women are now stealing from the black men. Oh, these are the black men that they so-called had. So for you ignorant scum that come here, oh, you came out of a black woman. Yeah, those are the black women that we talking about, the ones we came out of that's effing up the whole community. All right, that's exactly who we talking about. The ones that we came from. The ones that's birthing others. The ones that's killed more black people than every other thing combined. I want you to look at this little stat sheet I put up here. And understand this. The percentage of single fathers living below the poverty level is 24%. Single mothers, 43%. Fathers with a spouse, only 8%. The child is better off when both parents are in the house. But it's better off that when it's raised by a single father than it is when it's raised by a single mother. Median adjusted income, $40,000 for a single father, $26,000 for a single mother, $70,000 for both parents. All right. So that's something to keep in mind. Black men, keep these women out of our lives at all costs, or it may cost you dearly for the rest of your future. So I've been giving you examples in all my videos of the type of women that I'm talking about. And now add to those any women that come to this channel and defend that. Brothers, any women talking about they defend this behavior, you need to leave them alone too, because they part of the problem. All right. Some righteous women come and say, yep, it's effed up. And some righteous women know that the majority of black women are screwing a minority of black men. Go back again, look at the HIV stats. Only black women are increasing. And the black men that are messing with those black women who's getting the HIV from Pookie, Ray Ray and them, and they're screwing bisexual and homosexual men. All right, don't get it twisted. And they know they are. These are flaming dudes that they hanging out with at malls and everything as friends, not and they screwing them. They getting high with them, screwing them, talking about a whole bunch of garbage on people, shooting the breeze with them, running the streets with them, going to the clubs with them, getting drunk with them, and then screwing them. Brothers, watch your back. If you are a good sister, you need to separate yourself. When the Almighty says sanctify yourself from these wenches, you need to do that. They're acting like wenches and whores. All right? You're not women, you're not supposed to be a part of that group. If you're a good woman, you're not supposed to be a part of that group, and you're not supposed to support that group. All right? Brothers, you already know what time it is. Watch your back. With that said, I'm out.